Hey, Jim here. Something a little bit different this evening. I thought I was going to do some more requests from what you guys have been asking for, but actually I'm being a little bit selfish. I'm enjoying my evening, a glass of red wine, listening to and watching some music, and I just came across a video on YouTube that took me back to my formative years, and this is a performance that I saw in 1985, and I was 14 years old, and it changed my relationship with music forever. I didn't see this live. I wasn't in the audience. I saw this on television. It was a big event at the time. I'm sure you've heard of it, and if you haven't, look it up. It was called Live Aid, and it was, apart from the very sound reasons for doing it, to raise awareness and money to help fight the famine that was in Ethiopia at the time. This was also a concert of such huge proportions in the UK, in Wembley Stadium in London, the old Wembley Stadium before it was demolished, and in Philadelphia in the US. So you had two concerts happening at the same time, and there was a live television link between the two. Doesn't sound anything special now, but back in the sort of the mid-80s, that was like sort of mega sort of future technology. Wow, TV there, TV here. How can that be happening? Anyway, there were loads of really good bands that played here, but the one that really grabbed me, and as I say, changed my literally, this has changed my relationship with music forever, and is almost the bedrock on which I have built my love of rock and of guitar-based music and of everything since then. I think, looking back at it, I'm just trying to remember back. I'd heard Iron Maiden before, and I'd got into that, and I vaguely remember some other bits and pieces before that. But this was the Who. The Who played late afternoon, early evening, and they played for about 15 or 20 minutes, or it may even be a bit longer than that, but well, not long. It's certainly less than half an hour. And there's one song they played, which was called "Won't Get Fooled Again." I'd never heard of the Who. Oh, no, that's not true. I'd heard of them. I didn't know anything about them. I thought, they're an old band. They're like the Beatles. That's the sort of thing my mum and dad would have listened to. Not for me. How wrong I was. So this is the performance. This is a bit of a trip down memory lane for me. I hope it's not too much of a going off kilter and off piece for you guys, but for me, this is just the absolute epitome of it. Just changed me from that moment on. So I'm going to play this now. I hope you enjoy this. If you don't worry, this is for me. But absolutely love this. So without any further ado, I'm going to press go, and we're going to listen to "Won't Get Fooled Again" by The Who. Okay?
Whoever it is, we're supposed to end up.
baby.
Silent shotgun sings a song. I'll tip my hat to the Constitution. Take a bow for the new revolution. Johnny Green, change all around. Pick up my guitar and play. Just like yesterday. And I'll get on my knees and pray. We don't get fooled again. Don't get fooled again.
Not over yet.
Don't you get fooled? I get fooled again. I get fucking fooled again.
Oh my god, I love it, love this so much. You have no idea what this song means to me and how much I just love this song. And that performance, I said at the beginning, this is what really, it genuinely changed my relationship with music forever. And it's the energy and the excitement and it's not dangerous. It's not quite dangerous, but it's the unpredictability of what's happening and the sense of liveness of the performance that you sense. It's rehearsed. They know the song, but they're ad-libbing bits and pieces, and it's it's up to this point. My life had been ABBA. Had been Adam and the Ants. Status Quo. Then I found Iron Maiden, and that was a bit of a turning point. So I trundled along with Iron Maiden for a year or two, but never seen it live. I'd heard the albums, and I then started to explore other bands of in the metal world, and I guess at that time it had been things like Rush and Kiss and Def Leppard probably. A year or two later, Metallica started to come along. I didn't know Metallica at this time, but when this came on the TV and I saw this, it just blew me a fucking way. Roger Daltrey obviously there on the vocals, swinging his mic around. Pete Townsend is just absolutely maniac on the guitar. I don't know whether he's actually hitting the strings as he's doing his windmill playing. You know, the sort of all this stuff. This is Kenny Jones on the drums. Obviously, the well-known drummer for the Who was Keith Moon, who sadly died in I think 1978. So then Kenny Jones took over for 10 years or so after that. So this performance was Kenny Jones on the drums, and John Entwistle. Fucking hell, John Entwistle. What a bass player. There has never been and never will be another John Entwistle. Someone who can play like that. He plays the guitar solo on the bass, and if you listen to My Generation, a really, really old, it's a 60s Who song, there's a bit in there where you think, oh, it's the guitar solo. Oh, it's the bass. And his bass players are in awe of him, how he does what he does, and it's just staggering. And the four of them on an ordinary night. And I'm paraphrasing some sleeve notes from an album here. The four of them on an ordinary night were brilliant. When they were on it, when they were absolutely on point, they were the best band on the planet, and I think they probably genuinely were. This is a long way removed from a lot of the music that we are listening to today, and it's, what is this, sort of 25, 30 years ago. So it's a different time, it's a different era, but by God, it was seriously good music, and it was part of the bedrock that everything else has been built on from then on in. So this was a turning point for me. I just wanted to share this. If you liked it, that's great. If you didn't, that's great as well. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions on what they like and what they don't like. But I'm just having a little bit of a Friday evening red wine and listen to what I want to listen to. And I thought, well, I might as well record this as well and share it. So there you go. So that was The Who. That was Won't Get Fooled Again from Wembley Stadium, the original Wembley Stadium before it got demolished in 1985. So I hope you're having a great evening, and I'll catch you on the next video. So bye for now. Jim over and out.